DJDUBL.
It's DJDUBL here, and today my very special guest on the show, Dababy, in the building.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
What's going on? Pleasure to be here.
We're sitting up in a library right now.
I like it. It's nice in here. I like the scenery.
This is nice settings you got.
Yes, sir. I like it.
You read many books?
Not too many.
No, me neither.
Yeah,
me neither. So you're coming straight out of North Carolina.
Charlotte, to be exact. Absolutely.
I'm not overly familiar with a whole heap of rappers from North Carolina. The ones I know, obviously J. Cole, Jermaine Dupri. Why is there not more rappers from North Carolina, like on a major scale?
All right. I just feel like somebody had to break the mold. You named J. Cole, correct?
Yeah.
Somebody had to break the mold. You know what I mean? J. Cole, he did a great job at just laying the foundation, I believe. But what I bring to the table is like the other side of North Carolina. You know what I mean? The other side. You know, the culture of that side of the fence. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's why people gravitating towards it a lot quicker. You know what I mean? Not quicker than him, but just quicker than they would gravitate towards any other artist from North Carolina. You get what I'm saying? But now that I've established like somewhat of an identity, you know what I mean? Like for someone from North Carolina, I feel like it opens up the doors for other people to be great and flourish.
Is there a lot of other people that can come through now? Is there much of like, especially from, so you're from, is it a town? Is Charlotte a town or a city?
City.
Small city though, right?
I mean, I wouldn't compare it to New York City.
Right.
Yes, New York City is much bigger, but New York City is much bigger than any city. You know what I mean? New York City, LA, and then you have like closer cities to like, what's something else you may know, like Chicago. Okay, then you have like Charlotte is probably a bit smaller than Chicago.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of rappers there.
Yeah.
There's just no one's opened the door.
For sure. I feel like it's a lot of rappers everywhere. You know what I mean? But we changed that now. You know, it's been a change put to that though. So
and now the door is open.
Several more. Absolutely.
For us in the UK, your come up seems to have happened very quickly because Blank Blank dropped, and then suddenly you're everywhere over here. Does that make sense? Has it felt like a quick come up for you?
No, absolutely not. I mean, that's just, you know, and I went like viral several times before, but like around like a week after I dropped Blank Blank, like I went like viral, and then from that point on, I mean, it was just, I had been already doing everything like I'm doing now, like, you know what I mean, but just figuring it out, you know, and now I'm just doing it at like such a high level, like to where it's better than everybody else. But I had been like grinding it out for like maybe probably like what, 5 years now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, that was just when the world caught on. When the masses caught on, like around like Blank Blank, and then further on in the Baby on Baby, the masses didn't even catch on for Blank Blank.
Right.
You know, I just went by, was just like, okay, who is this guy? You know what I mean? And then when I dropped Baby on Baby, that's like, this who I am. You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, like, you know, I'm like in America, like I'm like one of the hottest artists right now.
Yeah.
For sure. And so now, you know, I just feel like it's just time to show them, you know, the versatility that I have with the new project. But it definitely wasn't quick at all, you know. And I ain't going nowhere no time soon, so.
Yeah, I like that.
We got a lot more fun to have.
The viral moments that you mentioned.
Right.
A lot of artists do have them, and in a lot of cases, like with some of yours, they're not music based.
Right.
Do you think it helps you in a sense because people then start to recognize you for other situations, but then they're not necessarily listening to the music? Or do you think it brings them
in
to
other
the music?
cases they probably don't, but like with me, like I feel like that's why I'm successful. Like I still have good music. You get what I'm saying? If you're just if viral things just happen, and you know you're only gonna be successful as long as those viral things are thriving. And then like all things that go viral, when it dies out within 72 hours of the shit that do last long, you know, whenever that dies out for its 2 weeks, its month, you know what I mean, then okay, it's like, what else do you have to offer? And then whoever you know, the ones you see standing and continuing to evolve and grow, those are the ones who, you know, that's your testament that it's not just a wild lifestyle that, you know what I mean, where things happen often and, you know, people catch on to them, but it's talent, it's music, it's everything, it's the total package, you know what I mean? I'm just me, you know, that's just my real life. It's that interesting. It's always been, you get what I'm saying? It just wasn't that many eyes on me. And now it's just so many eyes. It's like, you know, what I look at is like regular life, like the world looks at like, oh my goodness, like this dude is just so, you know, this and that, like, wow, like, but to me, it's like, you know, this type of stuff happen every day, B. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I look at it. Like, I don't really, you know, it is what it is. That's why, like, I'm not taken back as much as, like, people would think I would be by certain situations. Like, you know, it happens, and then, boom, like, I figure out a way to make the best of it and get right back on track and shift people's focus to where I originally planned for it to be.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I don't live off things like that. I don't let things like that, I don't let those things become like the driving factor of my success.
And they haven't defined you either, because people are still talking about the music.
Right. It's too much more to me. It's way too much to me for me to be put in a bubble by, you know, circumstances beyond my control now and then, you know what I mean?
Do you have advice for anyone, especially artists, when it comes to like any negative social media, like viral moments or any of that? You've managed to spin it always into like positives that have worked for you. So have you got advice for someone that is in a situation where, you know, like viral moments are beginning to define them, how they can spin that? What would you say to our artists?
I would say just always make sure you shift everything back to the music, you know what I mean? You always got to make sure you shift it back to the music, you know? If you, let me put it into perspective like this. You guys have Ubers out here?
Have what? Ubers, yeah.
You have Ubers, okay. So a Uber driver, some Uber drivers have bottled waters, mints, candy for you. Okay, but imagine a Uber driver having the perks, but you get in his car, you got the candy, you got everything you want, and you run out of gas, you go 5 minutes up the street. You get what I'm saying? He's forgetting about the essentials. So anything else, any of those perks that spice it up or bring more to you, you get what I'm saying? If it becomes a distraction to what's mostly important, then at the end of the day, you know, you're moving backwards, and then that'll eventually be, you know, your downfall. So I just feel like it's important to stay focused on the task at hand. You know what I mean? At all times, even when, you know, the attention becomes like overwhelming, and this is what you've been working so hard for. You've been working so hard to get looked at like this. So a situation happens where it brings that type of attention. Once you get it, use it for the right thing. You get what I'm saying? And don't let that be like what you're out here seeking to get. Like, don't seek viral moments. I feel like that's what destroys people. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, you just got to continue to work hard, you know. You just got to continue to work hard. You know, the more that you do something, there's more likely of a chance for something viral to happen. You know. And it could be a positive thing over a negative, but seeking viral situations, you know, that doesn't turn out good too often, because that's not what you're supposed to do. This world isn't made for you to, you know, do something wrong or do something negative, and, you know, you become an idolized person, you become successful, you know, you that's not how it's supposed to work. You know, you're supposed to have to work for it. You're supposed to have to build, you know, a fan base ground up. You're supposed to make people love you for you. So I feel like just remaining yourself, even throughout viral situations, and not letting them define you, and not getting, you know, lost in the sauce with it, you know, then it's all good.
Yeah. Let's talk about the album, man.
Let's talk about it, Baby on Baby.
You got a #1 album, right?
Gold. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Congratulations,
Appreciate
bro. That's not an easy thing, especially these days.
Absolutely.
And in such a big market like America as well. Like, so congratulations, man.
Thank you.
First of all, how did you know it was time to drop an album?
Oh man, it was just time for it. Coming off of Blank Blank, like I say, a lot of people coming off of Blank Blank, people were they're just like, okay, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? And see, I could have let myself be defined by some of those viral things that took place at that time. But I brought it back to the music. It was time to just bring people back to the music. You know what I mean? And then that's what I did. And I dropped, and then we ain't looked back since, video after video. And here we are now. I got a single that's double platinum, and 8 more singles that are gold, a gold album. So it's
doing
like,
those numbers.
You know, right.
Explain the title to me. What does it mean? Baby on Baby.
Baby on Baby. It's just like doing anything exceedingly well.
Right.
You're going baby when you do anything exceedingly well. The way y'all have this interview set up, y'all going baby. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
DJDUBLTV, come on, look, you got 2 cameras right here. Now that's Baby on Baby.
Right, okay.
You see what I'm saying? There you go. Anything you do exceedingly well, you know, you're going baby. And if you're doing it exceedingly well, better than those who do it exceedingly well, now you're going baby on baby. Yeah, I like to think that's what I did with that album.
Bro. That's baby
come on,
on
you
baby
going baby on baby. You going baby on baby. Most people would have had that little, you know, bullshit audio, excuse my language, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I don't want to watch it because I can barely hear him when he talks. But, you know, you going baby on baby, man. So salute to you.
There we go. Do you have a favorite track off the album?
I do. I don't.
You don't?
I don't, man. I like all of them.
Yeah.
I do. I like all of them.
Taking it out is obviously how you
Taking
start.
it out, I love it.
Going in straight from the jump.
Yes, sir.
You say you're the best rapper alive.
The best.
It's not the first time you said it.
Rapper, yeah, yes,
not
sir.
the first time you said it in blank
Absolutely
as well.
Not. Mm-hmm.
Do you feel under pressure to prove it?
No, I love pressure.
Because let's face it, right? Especially because you're from North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever your name's brought up, especially when we're talking about the best rappers alive,
right,
there will always be a J. Cole comparison.
Okay.
So you don't feel any pressure, any kind of way.
I'm the best rapper alive.
I love that.
Yeah, yes, sir. Shout out to J. Cole. Shout out to all the other great lyricists, the elite, lyricists. But I'm the best rapper alive, absolutely.
Was there a moment that made you realize, or have you just, ever since your first bar, did you just think, no, I'm the greatest?
The first song I ever made in the studio, it was called Baby Jesus. The first words of the song is, bitch, I think I'm Baby Jesus.
So you knew from the first line?
The first words I ever recorded in the studio, bitch, I think I'm Baby Jesus.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the first line in the first song was bitch, the first word.
Yes, that's the first. The bitch was definitely the first word. Absolutely. Absolutely, you're correct.
Let's talk about Suge.
Yeah.
That's really like. Have you been out in the clubs in?
I was about to say.
UK yet?
I was about to ask you a question. I was about to try to do your job for a second. And ask you how that's doing out here.
Well, doing very well. I mean, I'm a club DJ as well. That's what I do.
Okay, yeah.
Playing it everywhere at the moment.
We're supposed to be going to a club called like Tape.
Okay, yeah. You'll definitely hear it there.
Right.
But I mean, I'm playing all across the country.
That's what's up.
And we're going to places that, even in predominantly white areas, it's doing bits.
How do they respond?
Very, very well, man. That seems to be the song that broke you out internationally.
Absolutely.
Did you think at the time that was going to be the one?
I knew Suge was the one before I dropped the album. I knew Suge was the one.
Okay, because I mean, I first came across you through Blank Blank, and 21 was the song that stood out for me. That was the
21.
first one. That was the first one I was playing in the clubs, and that was where I thought it's going to do bits.
Right.
But Suge just surpassed it, man. Crazy. And I looked yesterday, 111 million views on YouTube.
That's the guy behind the madness right there, James Rico.
He responsible
of
for
the
that,
Real Goats. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And Spicy. Oh, I didn't see you. Okay, yeah. Those two. Those are the guys behind the madness. Okay. All my videos.
Right. You seem to understand how to put great videos out.
Right.
And a lot of rappers, like what we're seeing, not just from the US, in the UK, it's very like simple settings. But with you, there's always, it's very entertaining. There's always different sets and like some kind of storyline behind it, each one. How much of you goes into the creative process?
I mean, we meet each other halfway, you know what I mean, creatively every single time, like, you know, and I give them my idea, like the concept and the message I want to get across, and, you know what I mean? And I bring them into my world, and then, you know, Rico as a filmmaker, you know what I mean, a director, you know, he gives his pitch on it, and him knowing how to film, he gives his ideas on things he thinks we can execute, how we can execute them. We all come together, we all pitch in, we meet each other right there in the middle. That's where the magic happens every time. So, you know, it's really just like, it's a collection of creativity and talent, you know, put in one big bubble, you know, and we ain't scared either, you know. Yeah, we ain't scared either.
That shows the Walker Texas Ranger video.
Yeah. Exactly.
Bro, the storyline. Who came up with the storyline for that? It's the maddest thing.
They came up with the storyline. I just said I want to play Walker Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sent them the character I'm like from the TV show. I want to play Walker Texas Ranger, but I'm like, I don't want to be no cop though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be no cop, but I want to play Walker Texas Ranger. You know what I mean? Cowboy hat, boom, boom, boom. Let's do it like this. Dress up like this, whatever. And then from that point on, he did the rest. He scouted the location way up in the mountains. We rented a pickup truck.
Yeah.
I went and found the outfit, and they came. They brought a stick and all kind of. Brought a stick, some pots, some pans. You know what I mean? Spicy. He played the blind. The crazy thing is, out of the Real Goats, right? It's a team of 3 people. You got Gemini. You got James Rico. You got Spicy Rico. James Rico being the one who filmed it. Spicy and Gemini both played in the video. The guy was fighting at the end as Gemini, the blind guy.
Yeah.
Stole his money out of his pocket. That's Spicy. So, you know, it's just, that video being the one that really was like the starting point to like these creative off the wall videos, like it's just dope, you know, to look back on it and see like it's a video that like everybody pitched in and played a part to. That's just a testament of like how we do. Like it's just all about creativity and, you know, people just bringing characters to life and bringing people in our world. We just dropped one yesterday called Ashley. I'm not sure if you saw it.
No, I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, it's like where we emulated like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Are you familiar with that show?
Oh yeah, of course.
Will Smith, yeah. So, you know, and a lot of people from our staff like played roles in it. Like my DJ producer, he played a role in the video. My bodyguard played a role in the video. So like,
oh, is this the Stunner for Vegas?
Yeah, Stunner for Vegas.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw clips. I think on your Instagram.
How does he do out here? They haven't really caught on to him
I'm
yet?
not really familiar yet.
Okay.
So nice. I mean, that's just me.
Yeah,
It may be
that's
other
cool.
people,
That's
but
cool.
like,
Now we need to know what market's the target and you know,
I'm only
get you some
familiar with
music.
him because of you.
Right.
So I'm seeing
Right.
you're kind of bringing him through.
Absolutely, that's how it's supposed to go.
Babysitter, another one with a good video.
Yes, sir.
Now you're a nightmare for DJs, you know, because
Why?
Because as soon as the first beat drops, that's when you're
I
coming
just
in.
go crazy. Boom. Right. I just go crazy. I got to sing you like the 8-bar intro. In America, we call it 8-bar intro.
We need a bit more.
With the beat in front of it. Right. Give you something to start off with.
Exactly. Did it take much time for you to get used to it when you're performing it live? Because the song just jumps straight in.
Nah. You know, I mean, a lot of times, and if you listen to some of them, it's mainly, it's like a sound before I start rapping. But other than that, like, you know, just me and my DJ, like, we just coordinate so well. Like, the way we transition from song to song is like, you know, an alley-oop. You know what I mean? It's like an alley-oop. So when we go into those certain types of songs, we have ways of going into them that, like, I know it's coming, but the audience will never see it coming. You get what I'm saying? So it's just boom, and that's what gives it, you know, that wow factor. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like I got you locked in on this song. You thinking I'm totally upset. I do a super aggressive song right before Walker Texas Ranger. Like it's called Up the Street. You know what I mean? And it's aggressive. I literally go from saying bring your bitch ass up the street to let's go, and then boom, boom. And I put a cowboy hat on, and now I'm dancing around. So it's like, what the fuck? Like that's what you see people saying. And it's just crazy, man. So that's what we got going on when it comes to performances. Like, I'm telling I'm the best rapper alive.
There you go. You messing with any UK artists out here?
I haven't ran into any of them. You know what I mean?
Do you know many? Like, do you know much about the UK scene?
I don't know too much about the UK music scene. I don't.
It's big.
Right.
And it's getting bigger, man.
I can imagine. Y'all got the lingo, man. I like the lingo.
Yeah. So I'm going to put you onto a couple guys.
Yeah, that's cool.
You definitely need to at least have a conversation about having a track with D-Block Europe.
Okay.
Skengdo and AM.
Skengdo.
And AM. That's a duo.
Okay.
Skengdo and AM.
Okay.
And D-Block Europe's another duo.
Gotcha. D-Block Europe, Skengdo and AM.
You need to check out, man.
Cool.
Definitely do. So what's the plan for the rest of 2019, brother?
Oh, man, the takeover continues, man. We got a new album coming up in
another one,
probably
another
about
new
3 weeks.
album,
Yeah, absolutely, man. I ain't taking my foot off the gas. You know what I mean? I ain't taking my foot off the gas.
Dropping it this year?
Are
you dropping the new album this year?
Within the month.
Okay, on your DMX vibe, yeah? Two albums in a year?
Yeah, I ain't playing.
Nice.
It's far from over.
Coming back to the UK?
I'm coming back in August, right after I drop the new project.
There we go.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, when you come back, let's sit down and break down that project, the new album properly.
Let's do it. Let's do that the right way.
The right way, yes. DJ Double here with Dababy.
Yeah.